Have you ever climbed into bed hoping for a good night's rest, only to wake up feeling more tired than when you went to sleep? Maybe your joints ache a little more in the morning, or you notice your mind isn't quite as sharp as it used to be. You're not alone. A lot of folks over 70 chalk this up to just getting older. But what if I told you, some of the bedtime habits we don't even think twice about might be silently sabotaging our health? Let's face it, by the time we hit our 70s, we've lived a full life. We've earned a little comfort, a little peace. But comfort doesn't mean ignoring the small things that can add up, especially when it comes to our health. The truth is, there are certain nighttime routines that might feel harmless or even helpful, but over time, they can wear us down physically and mentally. And doctors are beginning to speak out about just how damaging some of these habits can be, especially after the age of 70. In this video, we're going to have a heart-to-heart about 4 of these bedtime habits. They're not always obvious, and you might be surprised to find that you're doing one or more without realizing the impact. The good news? With a few simple changes, you can start sleeping better, thinking clearer, and feeling more energized during the day. So let's take a closer look together. Let's start with one habit that's more common than you might think: falling asleep with the TV on. Now, I get it. It feels comforting, right? A little background noise, maybe your favorite late-night show or an old movie you've seen 100 times. It keeps your mind distracted from worries or loneliness and helps you drift off. But here's the problem. Our brains are still listening even when we're asleep. That flickering light from the screen, the changes in volume, and even the voices coming from the TV can keep your brain in a lighter stage of sleep. And that's a big deal, because what your body really needs at night, especially after 70, is deep restorative sleep. That's when your body repairs tissues, balances hormones, and strengthens your immune system. Without it, you may find yourself more forgetful, more irritable, or just plain exhausted during the day. Doctors warn that chronic exposure to blue light at night can also interfere with your melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. And without enough melatonin, falling asleep and staying asleep becomes harder. Over time, this can even increase your risk for heart issues, depression, and cognitive decline. So what can you do instead? Try replacing the TV with something quieter and more relaxing. A soft audiobook, gentle music, or even the sound of rainfall can help soothe your mind without the disruptive effects of a screen. And if silence feels too empty, a white noise machine can provide that comforting background sound without the harmful light and chatter. It might take a little getting used to, but your body and your brain will thank you. Now, here's another habit that seems innocent enough: eating a heavy snack or late dinner too close to bedtime. Sometimes it's tempting to grab a little something before bed. Maybe you didn't eat much during the day, or you just enjoy a warm drink and a treat while watching TV. But here's the thing. As we age, our digestion slows down. That big bowl of pasta or cheesy snack late at night might feel comforting going down, but it can quietly wreak havoc on your health while you sleep. When your stomach is busy digesting, your body can't fully shift into rest and repair mode. Instead of calming down, your system stays active, and that can interfere with the quality of your sleep. Not only that, but late-night eating can spike your blood sugar, leading to inflammation, weight gain, and even higher risks of type 2 diabetes or heart disease over time. And let's not forget acid reflux, a common issue for seniors. Lying down right after eating makes it easier for stomach acid to creep up into the esophagus, causing that burning sensation and even damaging the lining of your throat over time. You might not even feel it while it's happening, but if you ever wake up coughing with a sore throat or a strange taste in your mouth, that late-night snack could be the culprit. So what's a better approach? Aim to finish eating at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. If you absolutely need a little something to settle your stomach, keep it light and easy to digest. A small banana, a few almonds, or a cup of warm chamomile tea can do the trick without overloading your system. The key is to listen to your body and give it the space it needs to wind down and heal overnight. You might be surprised how much better you sleep and feel just by changing your nighttime eating habits. It's 1. Of those simple shifts that has a ripple effect on your energy, mood, and even how your body handles inflammation and stress. It's like giving your body a little breathing room, a chance to catch up and reset. Now that we've talked about those late-night screens and bedtime snacks, you're probably starting to see a pattern. It's not just what we do during the day that affects our health. It's those quiet hours in the evening when we think we're winding down that can either support our well-being or slowly wear us down. And there are still a couple more habits that tend to sneak in during this time, ones we'll want to look at a little closer. So we've already uncovered how late-night snacking and poor screen habits can sneak in and take a toll on your body over time. These might seem like small things, but over the weeks and months, they really do add up, especially after 70, when our bodies need all the care and rest they can get. But those aren't the only bedtime habits silently chipping away at your health. Let's take a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked. Not because it's rare, but because it's become so common, we stop noticing it. I'm talking about going to bed with a worried mind. You know those nights when your head hits the pillow, and instead of relaxing, your brain decides it's the perfect time to replay every worry, every conversation, every what if. It's like your thoughts start racing just when you need them to slow down. And here's the thing, stress, especially at bedtime, isn't just unpleasant. It's harmful. Doctors warn that chronic bedtime anxiety increases cortisol, the stress hormone, right when it should be at its lowest. Cortisol keeps your body in a state of alertness, which prevents you from reaching deep, restorative sleep. Over time, this can lead to memory issues, higher blood pressure, weakened immunity, and even more aches and pains in the morning. Now, we can't just flip a switch and stop worrying. Life doesn't work that way. But what we can do is train our minds to unwind. A simple, calming bedtime routine can make a world of difference. Some people find comfort in a warm cup of herbal tea. Chamomile or lemon balm are great choices. Others write down their worries in a journal to get them out of their head and onto the page. One woman I spoke with, 74 years old, told me she started keeping a peace list. Every night she writes 3 things she's grateful for, nothing fancy. It could be the sunshine that day or a call from a grandchild. She says it helps shift her focus from what's wrong to what's right. And guess what? Her sleep improved within 2 weeks. Another gentle yet powerful habit is practicing a little breathing exercise. You don't need to be a meditation expert. Just sit quietly, close your eyes and breathe in slowly to a count of 4, hold for 4, and breathe out to a count of 6. Repeat that a few times. It helps settle your nervous system, signals your body that it's time to relax, and clears your mind. It's like giving your brain a soft landing at the end of the day. Now, if bedtime stress is a nightly companion and it feels bigger than what you can handle alone, please don't hesitate to talk to someone. Whether it's a trusted friend, a doctor, or a counselor, there's strength in reaching out. Sometimes just having someone listen makes the burden feel lighter. And speaking of burdens, there's one more bedtime habit that can be just as damaging: lying in bed for hours without sleeping. This one's tricky because it feels like you're doing the right thing. You're in bed, you're trying to sleep, but your mind and body are just stuck. It turns into a frustrating cycle. The more you try to force sleep, the harder it becomes to actually drift off. Sound familiar? Many seniors experience changes in sleep patterns as they age, but lying awake for long stretches of time, especially night after night, can lead to what doctors call conditioned insomnia. That's when your brain starts to associate the bed with stress instead of sleep. So instead of winding down when you lie down, your body stays tense and restless. If this happens to you, there's a little trick called the 15-minute rule. If you've been lying in bed awake for more than 15 to 20 minutes, don't just stay there tossing and turning. Get up, yes, really. Go into another quiet room, keep the lights low, and do something calm and boring. Read a few pages of a book you've already read before. Listen to soft instrumental music or just sit and breathe. When you start to feel drowsy, head back to bed. You're retraining your brain to link your bed with sleep, not with frustration. And while we're on the topic, let's not forget the role of temperature and lighting. As we age, our bodies don't regulate temperature quite as efficiently, so if your room is too warm or too cold, it can really mess with your sleep. Experts recommend keeping your bedroom slightly cool. Around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit seems to be the sweet spot for most people. And lighting? It matters more than you think. Even a small nightlight or light leaking in from the hallway can disrupt your sleep cycle. Consider blackout curtains or a sleep mask if needed. Let me tell you about Jim, a retired teacher I met at a local health workshop. He was waking up 3 to 4 times every night and felt like a zombie during the day. We had a chat, and he mentioned he'd been sleeping with the TV on for years. He said it helped him feel less lonely at night. But all that flickering light and sudden sound changes, it was wrecking his sleep cycles. We worked out a compromise. He started using a timed radio with soothing talk programs that shut off automatically after 30 minutes. Within 2 weeks, he was sleeping 6 to 7 hours straight, and he said he felt like a new man. These are small shifts. Nothing radical, nothing that demands a whole lifestyle overhaul. But they matter. They add up. And when you start giving your body and your mind the quiet, consistent signals that it's time to rest, they begin to respond. Now that we've explored the impact of bedtime stress and sleepless restlessness, there's still one more habit we need to talk about. One that many seniors don't even realize is affecting them. We've gone through 3 powerful bedtime habits that often go unnoticed. But there's one more that's just as important, and it's something many seniors don't even think about. Skipping a bedtime wind-down routine altogether. You might be thinking, I don't need a routine, I've gone to bed just fine for decades. And that might have been true once. But as we age, our internal clocks, what doctors call the circadian rhythm, become more sensitive. Our brains don't produce as much melatonin as they used to, and our bodies don't respond as quickly to sleep signals. That's why having a consistent bedtime routine isn't just helpful, it's essential. Think of it like this. You wouldn't turn off a car engine while it's going 60 miles an hour, right? You ease off the gas, slow down, and then stop. Your body works the same way. It needs time to transition from go mode to rest mode. Without a gentle routine, your mind might still be in problem-solving mode when your head hits the pillow. What kind of routine are we talking about? It doesn't have to be elaborate or long, just consistent and calming. Here's a simple 20-minute wind-down ritual that works wonders for many. Dim the lights. Lowering the light signals your brain that it's time to start producing melatonin. Turn off all screens. Remember, that blue light from phones and TVs tells your brain to stay alert. Do one relaxing activity. A warm shower, light stretching, quiet music, or reading a physical book can help. Nothing intense, just something that slows your breathing and your thoughts. Say goodnight to your worries. Whether it's prayer, a journal entry, or deep breathing, acknowledge your thoughts, then gently set them down for the night. One woman I know, Eleanor, who just turned 81, started a wind-down routine with her husband after struggling with broken sleep for over a year. She told me it's now her favorite part of the day. It's like telling my body, we made it through today, it's okay to rest now. And guess what? Her sleep improved, her mood lifted, and she even found her memory getting sharper. So here's the big picture. Late night snacks? Keep them light and early. Screens in bed, off 30 minutes before sleep. A worried mind? Calm it with gratitude, breathing, or journaling. Tossing and turning, get up, reset, and return to bed only when sleepy. And skipping a routine? Replace it with a peaceful nightly ritual that tells your body it's safe to rest. These aren't just habits, they're acts of self-care. Little choices that protect your heart, mind, and energy, so you can wake up each morning refreshed, focused, and ready to enjoy life. And remember, it's never too late to change. Whether you're 60, 70, or 90, your body still responds to love and care. A few simple changes tonight can mean better days tomorrow. If this video helped you, or reminded you of something your parents or grandparents do, share it with them. Let's help more seniors rest easy and stay healthy. Which of these habits surprised you the most, or which one are you planning to change? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe for more simple tips on senior wellness, healthy aging, and vibrant living after 60. Good night, and take care of yourself. You deserve it.